Of their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway in Buffalo. Fields this way up at the 17. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run for it with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
7-7, our score after 1. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd down and 8.
Back to throw. Ebron caught left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
first down, and they go back to Harris.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On play action, they'll throw. He gets this one to Johnson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And Boswell's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give. Running left is Harris.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage.
And he will have a Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Complete to Najee Harris.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw here. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here I come again. Check 26, check 26. 45, 45. Mike, 45. I'm coming.
Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll set up the screen to Balazs. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he goes out right around the 39. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now is signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On play action, Allen. It's caught by Davis.
7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Second down at 5.
On the handoff, this is Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, a run with Breida. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Allen taking it himself. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Allen now on the sneak, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll run on first down. Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd.
They hand this off to Harris, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They'll set up a throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance.
There he goes, left side. He's still on his feet. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. He was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right, and when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
56, 56. Check 45, come on. Watch the run, watch the run. 45, 45. Five wide. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 45 is the man. I'm here all day.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Being chased out left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Darrell Williams, right tackle, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Breida, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here.
Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. He'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll set up to throw. Steps away.
Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some
conversion.
sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Bills, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.